Welcome back. It's your boy, your homie LB, and
It's the boy Stevie B. It's Money Talk Sundays.
pretty much so. But yeah, dog. Just another round, just another week, man. Just another week in the market, man. I don't understand.
For those that don't know, for your first time listening, what we do here on Money Talk Sundays is we pretty much kind of do a small recap of the week. The recap of the week, whether it's stocks, crypto, whatever, different plays that are going on. We may summarize some wins and losses. Then we go into what we're doing for the future. So, welcome to Money Talk Sundays, Investment Bros.
True. Yeah. And he don't normally sound like that. This nigga trying to get this extra bass ass voice for no fucking reason. Like, alright, nigga, I'm sick. I'm Batman. Whatever, bro. But just looking at the little recap of the week. If you haven't been paying attention, if you didn't know, probably was stuck in a gas station and you wonder why. Low key it was because of the Colonial Pipeline. But honestly, if you haven't kept up in the news, if you weren't really aware of what was going on, the Colonial Pipeline was shut down for a little bit of last week, earlier this past week. Actually, ransomware. They actually got hacked by that little group. I believe they were called the Dark Side or something like that.
Yes, a Russian-based group.
So
Dark Side. So they said.
Supposedly. So at first, honestly, you know how those things go. I mean, if you ever grew up in the time of LimeWire, you know how that is, how that can be as far as your stuff getting hacked. But on a major level, this definitely had some major implications, impact into the market, but also just in daily lives, the shortages. I mean, people down in Florida acting wild over gas. I'm like, one, we're not even affected by that pipeline.
We made the shortage.
Like
by freaking out.
Like,
we made the
shortage. Freaking out, putting gas in bags, putting gas in all sorts of stuff. I'm like, all right, Bob, go ahead and blow yourself up on your way home.
This ain't toilet paper, y'all.
Like, 2020 shortage of toilet paper, now it's gas this year. And like, y'all keep acting up. Hurricane season right around the corner now. But
I don't want to see you buying no gas. You already stored it from this one.
But no, honestly, but just getting back to the point of the week, it did have some major implications, where there were shortages. But again, they actually did pay the ransomware. They paid the hacker group the $5 million. Yes. They actually paid through cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So
Bitcoin.
Was it?
Yes.
100% positive.
That's what it said on the news.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I just know they
say
positive
as I can be as far as what the news say.
I mean, they just said crypto, so I didn't.
Bitcoin.
But if that's the case, but yes. So even before the end of the week, it was already, the pipeline's been back on. The news, they have been saying that it's still going to be some shortages in areas of like Georgia, South Carolina, areas like that a little bit. We might be still seeing some of the effects of the shortages of basically in the coming week, in the next week or two. But honestly, guys, people just panicking, and that made it bigger than it really was. Not to say that was not a big deal. It definitely was, but for here in Florida, definitely, you guys panic like mother freakers. Let me stop. But besides that, other news this week, man. Bitcoin. Well, you could say Bitcoin, but
yeah.
I mean, that's leading up to what I was gonna say. But really, it's the man of the hour, the Dog Father, the Doge King, whatever he calls himself.
Doge Father.
Yeah, that guy, Elon Musk.
Yes.
So he definitely is very much a volatile person. He will affect your bank account if you are in that bit. He is a volatile.
He got in trouble for tweeting shit to fuck up people before.
Keep tweeting and keep talking too much, and sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's a good thing. But basically, the latest controversy that he had this week was on his comments on Bitcoin, where it wasn't actually environmentally friendly. It was leaving a big
carbon footprint.
There's you can actually look at the
memes. Countries right now.
Yeah, it's it's very large, and so depending on what market you are, like what group, the way you're looking at it, this could be good news for you. This could be bad news for you. It's all whatever is in your bank account when you're investing plans. As far as with crypto, because this could have been great news for you because you're like, hey, okay, this is giving shine to other alternative coins that have a less carbon footprint, such as Dogecoin, such as XRP, Cardano, and each of those have been seeing a nice little boost.
Yes, they have.
But again, it's all depending on how you look at it because again, like that could have been saying, hey, he probably is just saying like, hey, like Bitcoin's trash and everything. No, he's not saying that at all. It's just like, hey,
make it better.
We can make it better. He's not abandoning it. It's not Tesla saying no. We're not going to we're gonna sell all of we're gonna sell all of our shares in it. No, that's not at all. They just know that hey, we can make this better. We can make this more sustainable.
Yes.
So Bitcoin, for all you guys who are panicking, selling right now.
Thank you.
Like you're just opening the door for others, and yeah, just like you said, thank you.
Thank you.
It's like you see a sell opportunity. It's like, hey, this is gonna crash. Like I'm reading different comments from people like, oh, Bitcoin's crashing. Look at what it's doing right now, sir.
Yay.
Sir. For the people who are saying Bitcoin is crashing,
that's not
take. Understand, this coin came from cents, from dollars, to hundreds, to thousands,
to 5 figures.
So, a little correction is not a crash. Like, please. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it does have its when it has its spike ups and the different years that it has its super surges. It does have its pullbacks, and hey, people want to get in on their profits, and that's going to happen. But for it to say it's crash and it's no good and it's never gonna
never. You'll never see it under 10,000 again.
That's a good bet. I don't know if you did go really low with that one because
exactly.
It's like 10. Yeah, definitely. I don't see it. Maybe touching the 20 area, 30 area, maybe. If shit just goes a little sideways.
Right, but
I could definitely, but then again,
that's a crash. That's a 10,000. That's a crash.
If Bitcoin falls to 20,000, 10,000, yeah, that's a crash. That's a real crash. But at the same time, while you're panicking. And those people are like, oh my God, I need to sell. Bitcoins keep falling.
Yes.
There's going to be wolves out there. There's going to be some...
It's Christmas, man. I'm buying gifts right now. Talking about vultures.
There's going to be some vultures out there. They're just waiting. They're like, all right, I see the kill. I'm going to go eat because I know I'm going to get paid.
Bunch of hyenas.
It's like, yeah, go sell your shit. They're waiting for you to do it. So honestly, like a lot of people were panicking this week because of the Bitcoin talk. Even with Doge talk, and I can actually lead to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because okay, y'all all heard I'm not gonna go back to the SNL and all of that drama.
That's last week.
But but with Dogecoin, it was trading a little bit lower. But then again, your father, Doge father. Again, he has a major impact on the market, and he actually sent out a tweet during the midweek, almost like Wednesday or Thursday, I forgot which day exactly. But he was just mentioning how, like, hey, we're gonna work with these Doge developers and finding ways to make Doge more sustainable in ways that we can actually possibly use it as an alternative for the transactions for accepting it for Bitcoin, for Tesla and his other ventures. So that definitely gave Doge holders a nice little boost into their little,
And that's what keeps it a viable gamble.
Yeah,
that's what keeps it a viable gamble. And that within the different businesses that are now adopting Doge.
Yeah, and right now it's trading at about 53 cents and everything. Mm-hmm. So definitely a play for people to get into and everything. So, like, as far as starting with crypto, I know you had some more crypto talk, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it.
Pretty much already said the first couple of things I was about to say about Doge, but at the same time, like with Elon and everything. And then, like I was saying before, it's like, you know, you got the more and more businesses that are now starting to accept Dogecoin, like the American Cancer Society. You got the Dallas Mavs, you got the Oakland A's, you got all these different clubs that are accepting Dogecoin. And there's actually a Doge directory with over 1,300 different businesses listed that are now accepting Doge. You know, and then guess what? Your favorite website accepts Doge. Oh wait, it used to be your favorite website. You know, you moved on to something else.
I don't want to put myself up. Is it? Hold on. Let me guess. Let me stop, man. Because clearly I was gonna say Pornhub.com, but
that's exactly what it is. They accept
no, but seriously, Pornhub, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's hard.
See,
I was just joking, guys. That's not my favorite website.
But he called it. You see that, right?
Wow. I guess I have problems. But anyways.
So I mean, with more and more companies, businesses, outlets that are now beginning to accept Doge. Doge is a far cry from just a meme currency now.
Use your Doge to use your beat.
I mean, really, you're.
Use your Doge to beat. I gotta get that one together. Hold on.
I mean, you got strip clubs accepting Dogecoin right now.
Where?
I'm lying. Don't take me.
Where?
He was ready. Like, I got some Doge.
I got some Doge ways.
I would change. I got coins.
Hey. This better than that Usher money, right?
Yeah, it's Usher bucks.
Hey, I'm just saying, this better than Usher bucks.
This worth more.
This actually got some value to it. It might fluctuate.
Why you throwing coins at me? Girl, I'm investing in you.
Shoot. Come on. Don't make me throw you some safe moon,
That's a long-term investment. See, thinking about you.
You gonna remember me in 5 years, girl.
So yeah. I mean, that's what makes Dogecoin still something that, you know, despite what they say and what may go on, Doge is not going away.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see Doge in the elite 50,000, 60,000. I don't see Doge there because that's not what it's there for.
Nah.
But I mean, I can see in 20s, 30s, 40s. I mean,
alright.
That's everyday daily currency. I mean, people only use it day to day. Dogecoin could be the dub. When you get a 20, you get a Dogecoin. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you your gas money. Okay, here's a coin. Boom.
I got gas.
See? Here's a coin.
Truly. Okay, what I was gonna ask you when you were talking, I was thinking like, what for you personally, like, if you had to guess, where do you think before the end of the year the high of Doge closing this year, where potentially where it could? I mean, I'm not even thinking resistance, support, just like where do you think it's gonna be at by the end of the year?
Okay. I could
December 31st.
I could see $2.
$2?
I could see $2.
Nice. Okay.
I can see $2. And then me, I'm playing it safe because I want to say more, but I mean I've noticed Doge's habits of big hype and pull back, and it hurts. So I can see $2.
Okay. Nah. Okay. I was just thinking the same. I was thinking around the same, but probably a little less. I was thinking more like $1.50, maybe $1.75, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just and same reasons why, because it does have the hype. It definitely has the marketability. It definitely has the popularity. It's the people's coin, like as popular as being affordable.
Yeah.
But again, those same reasons of it being so volatile and people, you know, some are just thinking of the quick buck and everything like that. So, you know, there's gonna be those sell-offs. It's gonna, you know, have that. It's just, you know, the holders, the people who like long-term wise, long-term, yeah, they're gonna be, you know, diamond handing it. But those are gonna be the ones who they're just gonna have to stay for the ride. Like I said, I see maybe $1.50, maybe. It really depends on the next couple of weeks of what goes on. Especially what would definitely help for the $1.50, $2 range would be the news of the Amazon hype, maybe Amazon accepting it and everything like that. But then again, like that's all speculation. That's not that's not certain. So that's just people talking out there, butts and everything. So, but then again, it is a good idea. So
it definitely is.
And I think the reason why people are talking about it or even mention that because your boy Jeff hasn't said nothing about it. He hasn't put his 2 cents on crypto at all. Like he hasn't said he supported it or against it at all.
But here's a quick question, and it's something that just popped in my mind. But it was like, you know what, the shit has or whatever. Would you say cryptocurrency could have the influence to drive up inflation of fiat currency? I mean, we already got an inflation problem as it is. We think cryptocurrency, because all of a sudden everybody got crypto and the crypto over $1.
I mean,
wouldn't that drive up inflation?
I would think realistically, yeah, because the man was going to need to get theirs, and so they're going to find a way to get regulations.
Oh, you're making more money? Let's make things more expensive.
Exactly, and you know, again, they'll find new regulation, new laws. They're like, all right, these are the new taxes. This is like, we got to make sure that they get their part. So, yeah, definitely. Of course. Like, do I see it happening quite fast right now? No. And speaking of inflation, that was another driving thing as far as with the markets this past week. I know I'm going back a little bit, but the word inflation, that was a big driver of the week in sales, like during the beginning to the midweek of this past week, where everything was on sale. There was big sell-offs. Everyone was afraid of inflation. They were afraid that they're going to lose out on their money.
Things overvalued.
And yeah, so there was big sell-offs towards the beginning and middle of the week, but by Thursday, Friday, it did start picking up. It's still trying to rebound. I mean, they were down for the whole week, but they did try to rebound a little bit. So,
we'll see what happens next week.
Expectation-wise, is it what, like the experts, I guess, they're wondering, was it just a correction or was it just a small pullback? It's time to tell, but are investors still scared of the inflation talk? We'll find out. Because, well, yeah, we'll just find out. But it definitely opened up some stocks in technology. If you're looking into getting into any options or anything like that, I would definitely recommend looking into the technology sector. You can look at the different stocks in the XLK ETF. The ETF itself, if you want to just trade options on that, you could do that. But it did have a nice pullback. Personally, again, no financial advice. All that bullshit you already know straight up. Just saying, if you're possibly looking at some calls, maybe it's a bounce up. I will give it a day or two, see what it's doing Monday. Well, depending on your strategy. You could jump in on Monday. If you see it's all green, you see futures are saying we in the green, hey, maybe we in the green and see what it goes. But you can definitely, if you're looking at options, I would definitely look at XLK as far as those stocks at this moment, because they are undervalued at this point, and they did have a nice pullback. So it might be time where you can jump in, whether you're doing options or doing swing trades. My personal swing trade of the week, this actually opened up real nicely, was the ARKK ETF, headed by Kathy Woods. They're all about disruptive technology, ARKK. Yeah, they definitely suffered during this major pullback this week. Um, and they are down from the beginning of this year. They were up as far as around $160.
I mean, take it as just a buying
that high.
opportunity. ARK was a buying opportunity.
I mean, simple as that.
It was
Exactly.
a buying opportunity. You
Um,
can't deny technology.
yeah, so I mean, I got in. It wasn't low as far as $99. I got in like at 101. That's gonna be my personal swing trade. I really have confidence that it's gonna shoot back up. Maybe it might have a little pull down because of the inflation talk and everything. But if that's the case, that means I'm gonna just buy more ARK just because I know it. I'm that confident that it's going back up. It's gonna go back up to those previous highs. So. You got to look at it. When you see red, don't panic. Those are times for you to buy more. That means you're gonna have more shares when it's green, and when it's green, and when it's get up, and when everybody's like, "Oh, let me jump in." You've been in when it was red, so you already made your profit. So when people are late to the game, you're already thinking about, "Hey, is it time to exit?
You already run a laps around me.
Is it hot? I made my profit twice already, twice over."
It's time to boogie.
So, personally, again, that's gonna be my little swing trade of the week. I don't have a personal option trade. I was doing some research. Possibly, I may later on this week, I may drop a little message and say, hey, this may be the trade I'm in or thinking about. Definitely gonna look at the technology sector. Not just saying it just to tell y'all like, hey, do that, but I'm actually looking at it myself. So, that's where I may possibly pull pull a trade. I just gotta do my DD and everything. But
I mean, as for me, I still have my long trades that I got going. I did see some returns this last 2 days as the market started to rebound, appear to rebound. So I did see some recouping of my investment, especially with Plug Power, PLUG. Apparently they had some accounting problems that after review of those accounting problems, it showed that the problem was not as big as it was, and they just went ahead and continued to bounce up. Now, I want to say something about the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool is also giving some credence to Plug. However, my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion of the Motley Fool is once it's on the Motley Fool, you're too late. Motley Fool is late. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, they're always late on stuff. I had several plays where I've called and it would be like a couple of days to a week later, that's when they start talking about it. And by the time they're already talking about it, it's already heading back in the other direction.
At least you know this shit ain't sponsored by Motley Fool.
It definitely not. Whatever. I don't care. I ain't no fool. So that's just how I look at it. But another gain that I got this week was actually through a conversation that I had with bro here, and he was telling me about NFTs and the different components and the different businesses as far as that you can invest in when it comes to NFTs. Because of course, when we first said it to me, I'm like, NFTs. Well, I'm like, what am I gonna sell? I ain't selling nothing.
I ain't no artist.
I mean, don't nobody want no digital version of anything I will put out. So whatever.
That draw make a mean.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, whatever. But then he was like, well, what about the businesses that support that kind of thing, like the exchanges and stuff like that? And I was like, okay, now that makes sense. So I ended up, he put me on one called YVR, Liquid Media Group. I went ahead and did that, and it's got a nice little return as well. With Liquid Media Group, apparently they announced their new NFT non-fungible token plans alongside currency, which was just pretty much that framework to make it like a Shopify, so to speak, of NFTs. So you can see the direction of where that's going. So that's why I went ahead and I took that play, and it's swinging upwards. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to see how far, how fast it'll swing. But looking at the rate of the current percentage of its increase right now, it looks to be a slow swing. It's not gonna be something that's gonna be in the next 24, 48 hours. It'll look like it'll be a couple weeks before it starts to take another dip. But I also took some serious losses. Well, one in particular that we both have, and that's EBON. Now, EBON, the reason I got into EBON was I saw the correlation with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and everything with blockchain. It's like, well, if that goes up, it will go up. I mean, there will be variations, but the fact that the framework that this shit got to run on should continue to go up. However, that did not happen. That was not the logic of this whatsoever. It did not go that way. As currency went up, that motherfucker continued to go down and down and down. I said, oh, it ain't gonna drop below 5, 3, $2.99. It's like, are you dead? And I bought it at $12, and I got over 100 shares of that. Yeah, and I kept buying the dip. Thing is, it's gonna swing back. It's gonna swing back. I didn't do my research. That's my problem. I didn't do my research.
I'm laughing like I didn't do it too.
EBON got a class action lawsuit of people defrauding the investors, defrauding the shareholders, lying about where their income is really coming from, where the revenue is, and where it's going to. There's a class action lawsuit right now on EBON, and it's only growing by the day. So as it grows by the day, EBON will continue to shrink in the market by the day. I asked him, should we sell now? He was like, man, nope. Let's just jump in that class action lawsuit. We're gonna keep the shares when it bounces back up, but we need an advance on what we lost. Pay up. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing with cryptocurrency. I got 2 more points with cryptocurrency. The first one is because he's talking about the swing trades and what he's doing. He says he's not doing no options because he hasn't really did the research on options. I'm still.
I have, but
he hasn't found a play that he liked.
I haven't found a play that I'm willing to. This is why I'm confident enough to tell you guys. I haven't done all that research just yet. I'm still looking at XLK, still doing my DD. Looking at possible companies, but again, I still gotta check on the market, check on the news, see what's going on and what's the best.
All of that.
So
while he's doing that, I'm getting a little bit more focused and more focused with the cryptocurrency, and I went ahead and jumped on Cardano, who as of press time is at what, 225, 26 a share. I mean a coin.
High is 230 something.
Yeah, it hit 230 today, off of 180 something yesterday. I mean, there's a jump. Let's see, Cardano, you are at 229. See, 2,029 a coin. It is also eco-friendly as opposed to Bitcoin. So you got 3 coins right now. The top 3 coins. You got XRP,
Doge,
that people don't like to talk about. They like to just act like it don't exist.
Court case.
Fuck the court case. XRP, Doge, you got Cardano. As you saw the other cryptocurrencies start to fall or whatever, these 3.
Well, Cardano really.
Cardano definitely.
Cardano all week.
Cardano outshone the pack.
Yeah, well, everyone took the dip this week with the Elon Musk talk and all that. Cardano itself was the only one that, held through.
Yeah.
Through all that.
Definitely.
So, I mean, there's definitely some confidence. There's people who, because of the environmental impact talk and seeing that, hey, and it has real utility. And because the criticisms that people have for Doge, they are saying that that's why Cardano is better. Because, hey, Doge is like, it's still a joke coin to people's eyes, and it's a meme coin. It's like it has no real use yet, even though it's still opening up and all that stuff.
Mark Cuban called out Cardano, talking about where's his day-to-day use. he's like, Dogecoin got it. Where are you, Cardano?
Yeah, I'm just reporting what people say.
But Mark Cuban's tweet did it affect Cardano.
Yeah. His impact is not as much as
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
The Doge father.
But
no one man should have all this power.
But then again, going to the fact that that Cardano was eating this week and continue to eat through that process, and knowing like there's a real sector that believes like, yo, like you have two alternatives. Doge might be the little joke coin that people don't really believe in, so they're gonna start, they're gonna believe in Cardano. And that's why I honestly believe that's why it wasn't really affected this week. It has, excuse me guys, hiccups. It really definitely has the potential, like if the market continues to show its favor and like people and the experts continue to highlight its carbon footprint, that's only going to be more and more good news for Cardano. Doge, when people take it more seriously and when it's still less of a joke, and they keep when the story in the mainstream media, when the story is less of a joke and hey, this is how it started, when they get away from that, this is what it is,
right?
When it has some real respect behind it,
start bringing up my past.
Then like I can really see Doge being on the same level price wise or competing against Cardano and getting to that level. I mean, it's not far off, definitely not, but exactly. Yeah, that is true. I did see that. And FinViz showed me that, the insider trading with him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, hold on, if I go to it, they show you. Because he sold a lot of shit this past 2 weeks or something like that.
Bezos?
Yeah. The only thing, okay.
I like the assets play.
I fucks with FinViz website, but these ads on here is annoying sometimes.
I bet it is.
See, inside look at him. He sold that amount on let me see. On the 7th, on the 6th, and on the look at all this shit he did. This is all in May right here. So he's been selling. This is he's been 17,253
shares of what?
This is all Amazon.
Oh, tickers. Okay.
Yeah,
I see it.
All Amazon. So yeah, he cashing in to get that $50,000 or $50 million vote, right? Yeah.
They got the super yacht.
Yeah, that needs another yacht for his helipad.
Exactly.
First world problems.
Jeez, come on, man.
But yeah, he's selling. Dog, this man sold 350.
That's a whale right there.
1,921.
That's a super whale.
Shares of Amazon valued at that's a billion. $1,163,269,106. That's what 351,000 shares of Amazon is like. So he was like, yeah, let me pocket that billion. So yeah, that was his little insider trading and everything.
Dude, that's crazy how they can track that.
Yeah.
And publicize that.
And low key, there's another little website another little app that I'm trying to get onto. That I got on with the options that's showing the overflow. Basically it's letting you know like what's going on in the market, like where is it going. I gotta go back to the website. It's actually not just one, but it's good. The overflow base, I think that's what it's called. Hold on. I'm tripping, I'm sorry. It's just new information, guys. Yeah, option flow. There you go. That's it. Overflow. The option flow. Basically, it's letting seeing where where the orders are going, the order flow, and like these little websites right over here, Cheddar Flow, Algo, and everything. Just letting you know what the big fish are doing as far as are they selling, are they buying calls, are they buying puts, and everything like that. And so
that's just somebody all over your shit like that.
But no, that's giving you a chance to okay, that's where the big players hey, they're the ones who's making waves in the market. So it's like, hey, you gotta follow what the big dogs are doing.
You as a big dog, like, don't get the fuck out of my
Nah,
business,
fuck you,
man.
big dog. I want some too, bitch. You big, I'm small, I'm hungry. Share, nigga.
Well, another loss I had was actually a win a couple weeks ago. So technically, I don't see it as a loss. I see it as a buying opportunity, and that's BTX. BTX dropped to under what I paid for it. So, I had to go ahead and load up more shares. And
I mean, you already took your main profit from
I
this
took
shit.
my main profit, but I still had some shares in there, and then I decided to keep buying.
Now?
I think it was like $20-something.
Okay.
And then,
okay. I mean, you just gotta consider still seeing what BTX is doing.
yeah, it's at $21.60, so
definitely
$9 less than what I paid when I got in on it.
Oh yeah, definitely a buying opportunity.
Exactly. Because it got to come back up.
Definitely just check the DD and make sure what's going on. I would, as far as like, one thing I will tell people, like when we're saying buying opportunities and sell-offs and everything like that, do it when you're looking at the chart before you buy in. Like, does it have more room to keep falling? Because it's like, oh, I bought the dip. No, you didn't. You bought it on the way down. It's still going down. Like, make sure you buy it, like you think you bought it towards the bottom. Like, if you're good at reading charts and you're seeing its previous low, like that's more than likely where it's gonna stop. So if the previous low was $38 and it was at 45, you can expect, and it's on the trend of going low. Hey, maybe that previous low is gonna be that $38. So you would expect it to be right there. So buy an opportunity to buy more shares at 38 because hey, that's pretty much where it's gonna stop and make it either trade sideways, get accumulate, and then bounce, break out, and go back up. But again, just not every red is a buying opportunity. Let's just say that, just so you know.
Of course,
like,
not everyone.
Like you just want to make sure, just see like, okay, is it towards this bottom? Is this, and how much confidence you have in the stock and everything? Because it could keep bottoming out, and then again, if you're that much confident in that stock that it's gonna go back up and it's gonna make its money, keep buying the bottoms. Keep buying those bottoms. Like,
Yeah, that's how they fall.
Because trust me, you're gonna accumulate so much shares at a cheaper price, and when it does finally make you right, and it's like, oh, see, I wasn't wrong, and it finally made the turnaround like it always does. Maybe it didn't do it this week or next month, or it did it next year, whatever. You're still happy that you kept on buying each of those bottoms, and now that you're up, and you're like, wow, look at my profit. So, guys, this market is long term. It's a marathon, guys. It's a marathon. Marathon to 100K. It's not a short race. You're gonna have to take your time.
It's a marathon indeed.
So,
it's not a sprint.
So, do what you gotta do and get it in.
So let's take a look at some of the biggest winners for the week. And I just ran a report right now on Yahoo Finance.
You doing it for the week?
I mean, that's what I searched.
I mean, I can tell you the biggest winners and losers for top gainers for Friday, closing on Friday though. As far as what winners, top gainers for Friday, MOSY, on ticker MOSY, they had a 50% change on Friday, so they were the top gainers so far. We have a few gainers that were above 40. HYRE was another one. They had about 44.57% change. So definitely might want to look into see what they got going on. Is it a trend that's going to keep going, or do your DD, man. These are some stocks you may want to take a look at. Top losers. Let's see what's on this list. SLDB, they lost about 21%. PTE, another one, 21%. EVOL, 21%. ELOX, 20%. So CRMD, yeah, I'm familiar with them. They also lost about 19%, I believe. If I remember correctly, that is a biotechnology company, yes. So they're about down as well. Just looking at the chart, this might be a buying opportunity soon, guys. So might want to place your bets in, get in a little bit, do your DD. Just looking at the chart real quickly.
At the pattern, yeah.
So you might want to take a look at it. See if it looks good to you. See what's going on.
On the news about it.
See what the news. They say earnings is coming soon. What? CRMD. Let me just check this out real quick. Earnings. May 13th, discussing their earnings results in the 25th. Okay, they'll be discussing it May 13th, so I guess the earnings was already called. So that could be. Let me go back to that chart. We'll see what it looked like on Monday. It doesn't look like it affected it too much on that Friday. So we'll see what the Monday outlook looks like. Pre-market. So, guys, take a look at what's going on in the market right now. Not even the market, but what's going on in society. We're starting to see the COVID vaccines regulations are starting to, loosen up. So things are opening up a bit. If you guys got your vaccine, no more masks if you felt threatened. But definitely think about, okay, if things are opening back up, hey, maybe I should start taking a look at AMC again. Look at that, maybe the theaters. Take a look at different food. Actually, travel, planes, Airbnb might be a play that you might want to take a look at. So just think about what's going to start being used. Exactly. It's summertime, so hey. Unfortunately, for the people on the East Coast, hurricane season, so might have to start even though real estate and real estate is really hot right now, it's still hot, so that might just be its wave of continuing to get hotter. So definitely Home Depot, Lowe's, fuel. Those might be some ways you might want to look at. Fuel. I'm not even going to get into fuel. That's a whole nother topic, because I kind of forgot to mention how that affected the whole energy sector. While everybody was really down because of the whole Colonial Pipeline and stuff, fuel was actually up.
The lack of supply drives the demand, which will drive the price up.
And if we look, and we go back to the energy sector, if we go to that, you see that while everybody was really down in the dumps, they did have one day that was kind of whatever, but they really maintained. They didn't really get too beaten up like everyone else. Technology took the biggest hit during the week. Technology and discretionary. XLY, those two sectors definitely got beaten up the most. XLY looks like, depending on, might be ready because it's up under the 200, so but it might be making that chase pull back up for it, so we'll see.
So you remember how you asked me about where I see Doge at the end of the year? Where do you see XRP?
It all depends on how the court case goes. Hopefully that can get settled out real quickly. Get taken care of. The longer it takes, the more we're going to be in limbo and stuck at this $1.50, less than $2 area. The quicker that's taken care of, the more likely I could see us by the end of the year. If everything's positive, I would be confident to say XRP is gonna be between $5 to $10 in December.
Ambitious.
And that's actually some of these people been in XRP a lot longer than me. Some of those more experts and all of that.
Yeah,
they're a lot more ambitious and
bullish.
Way a lot more bullish than I am. I'm always gonna tend to be a bullish kind of person because that's just who I am. I always think things are gonna go up, but I've got to be conservative. I gotta
maintain some level of skepticism.
Yeah, I gotta be a realist, and so. And on that way up to $5 to $10, I gotta understand there's gonna be some of you guys who've
secure your profit.
I need more money, and that's gonna bring it back.
Secure your profit.
But again, I'm lowballing it for the most part, though. Again, for the fact of this court case, and depending on how long they drag it out, the quicker they get it done and over with, the more money we can make. But the longer it takes, the more limbo and the more we just.
All right, so let me ask you this. So what price point of XRP would make you say, all right, marathon accomplished, screw a job, I'm good?
I mean, XRP alone?
Yeah.
And not everything else I'm doing? Like, if I'm just banking,
I'm
just banking on XRP.
Whale, XRP.
I mean, I ain't no whale in XRP. I mean, I'm okay.
So what dollar amount?
I mean, if I was banking on XRP alone for me to quit a job and just live off of that, XRP need to be, for me, probably have to be in that $20 range, where I would be comfortable enough to okay, I don't need to work and I can live off of this, and not saying that it's enough to live off of for the rest of my life, but it's enough to, for the next couple of years trade and all that type of shit. But I mean, honestly, I don't even feel comfortable answering that question because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be diamond hands with that shit like a motherfucker. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Don't ask me when I'm gonna sell my XRP. Never. I'm never selling that shit. The shit needs to be $100 or more. Then I'll be okay, maybe. That's the only time. So anything less than $100, I don't want to hear about me selling XRP. That's how bullish in the long run I am for it.
That's long-term focus.
So yeah, straight up, it's at $1.53, whatever it is right now. I'm saying I ain't selling nothing less than 100. So yeah,
hey, if Bitcoin can do it, why not?
Exactly. So let it make its little ride up. I'll be fine. Even honestly, if it makes the little $5 to $10 range this year, that'd be dope. I ain't gonna be as much pressure as far as other shit that I got going on, but I'm not selling XRP. That's banking. That's bank. That's bank.
There you go. I'm not selling you my life savings.
Yeah, that's bank. So
bye.
And even though that's not the life savings, but that's basically
it's just a metaphor.
Yeah. But I'm not. I'm holding that.
Well, I feel that if it can get past this legal entanglement that it's in right now, and it can come out on top, the fact that you have global banks saying we need to institute Ripple as their form of freaking exchange. That's what Ripple was there for to begin with. It wasn't supposed to be just a regular people's currency. No, it was the infrastructure.
For banks.
Exactly, for institutions. It's making money always.
Yep.
So, I would say that if it can get past that by the end of the year, I could see it being maybe 10 to 15, maybe almost $20.
True. Okay.
I mean, because this is not people's currency. This is infrastructure and institutions stuff. So bankers put money into their banks to do what they gotta do.
Yeah.
I think they would put money behind. And you gotta follow the whales.
Yeah. And on that note, I just believe, like, because it's institutions with that, using that logic that you just said, it's the institutions that's gonna be putting in, and it's really for them, and like little niggas like us, like little like fishes like us, we're not, us buying in, we're not gonna really have a real effect on the price change. But if it's a number of us making that same price change, and then we also have these large institutions putting these large amounts, then we're gonna start seeing that money moving up. And then I feel, again, with these big institutions, they're putting large amounts in, they're gonna push that. They're gonna push that dollar up. They're gonna push that money up. And I would actually be with that reasoning. I didn't really think about it too much, but I would think with the reasoning that you said, I would be a little bit even more bullish than the little $20 range. I might push it at 30, 40.
I'm still trying to be conservative. How quickly?
You gotta cut this shit off.
Yeah. But anyway,
how quickly?
It'll be like how quickly the different banks can jump on board to start pushing. They'll need. Well, they already got the central bank of banks. They got the Bank of International Settlement, that freaking thing that settles all the transactions that go around globally.
Yeah.
So, if that main bank can go ahead and say Ripple is where we're doing what's going on, then I really do apologize for the background noise. If that bank can say this is what we're doing, others will just fall in line like dominoes, because they still need a global way to settle transactions that are global, and a uniform way is the best way. Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, okay. I know what I was gonna say. All right. So, one thing that I do plan on doing for myself, but I kind of do want to, maybe this will be some research for somebody. Just think about some of these little runs that some of these coins made. You want to do your research, like what's the interest behind them, like what's making these, pushing the interest behind these coins, the volume behind these coins, like what's
driving it.
Exactly. Literally thinking again, like seeing how some of these coins that shot up from just $1 to over $100 in this year, and I'm talking about Filecoin.
Yes.
Exactly. So it's like, why XRP? Why can't it do the same? So like,
that's true.
What was the reasoning behind it? So I personally want to, I'm gonna have to go back for myself and do some, just get some more news on Filecoin. Not to say I'm gonna plan on investing, but I want to know like
what got it where it's at.
Yeah. So things to consider. You always want to do this. This is like homework for me. But it's cool. So it's really not homework.
I mean, we're trying to make 100K by the end of the year. You can't just wake up and make 100K.
Yeah.
So you gotta study, you gotta hustle, you gotta run.
And you can't save your way to 100. Well, you can, but it's just
takes a lot, way longer.
Like I want to make 100K, not save 100K.
You can actually be saving and losing, inflation again. So that $5 today ain't gonna be worth the same $5 in 20 years or 10 years.
True. So, just to wrap it up, I know I'm leaving y'all with a little tidbit again. My little play of the week. ARKK, take a look, do your DD on it. I jumped in. Not telling you to, but just telling you it's a bad situation in my eyes.
That was my other game for the week, ARK. Even though for the whole week it was down until Friday, I actually recouped.
So, I'm your homie LB.
It's your boy Stevie B, man. We investment bros. We on the marathon to 100K. You want to ride with us?